Okay, Mr. Dave here. Let's talk about rebar and what you can do with it and problems you can solve. In this case, we had the deck pour that went on. We had the shotcrete day that happened on this project, and this is the project we've been showing you some of the rebar on other parts of it, and just showing you how we've addressed this issue here. I'll get out of the camera and talk about it a little bit. So you can see how the step is right here, and then we have a planter right there. So there's a little bit of a transition challenge here. There was a little bit of timing issue that went on, and it's going to work out really cool though, which is kind of cool about rebar. So we already have this. This was part of the original plan. This one was right on the meeting of the pool and this elevation change into the spa area. As we recall, this is this project with the 4 big rocks on the front overhanging the little bench seat that's behind underneath that. We planted that over there. We poured that over there prior to shotcrete day. Shotcrete day is in 2 days. We're going to blow this out. We figured out those 2 stones that sort of encase the spring pond area, the little rocks that bookend the spillway section of it. And again, this is that project that we've been talking about, rebar. So we just want to kind of look in at this little addition to the project, and we've wanted to figure out a way to transition out of the spa and into the spa. So there's going to be a step on the outside, and we put these very small stones. These, you could almost hand fill these up with concrete if you wanted to, instead of worrying about the big shotcrete pump blast and everything, which I'm pondering that a little bit here. But in any event, epoxying in, we're going to build up a faux rock edge on this, like a little flat area there, which will be a transition point. It's going to be faux rock, so we're going to be squaring it up a little bit. We're not going to make it exactly follow the coping because it's too round and curvy. And I just added this piece of steel, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. This piece is coming along over here down and then going along the bottom. Faux rock, if you're putting stuff in, you want to lock it in with epoxied rebar. You can do cold joints, but you really want to have a rough surface, scored heavily, even rough pockets and negative spaces in there for your concrete to get a mechanical bond. Best to put rebar underneath it all. That way you know you've really got it grabbed in good. You want to get the rust, issue dealt with by covering the steel really well. So good 2-3 inches on the outside of it. So I pre-bent this piece, and then I'm ready to put in this last piece right here. Maybe I can put my foot on it and just do the spinny. If I wasn't holding the camera, I'd bend that out. And this is actually why I like the spinny. So you can pull this out. Now you push it back, and notice how it goes ahead and kisses the place you're trying to tie into. So that's what's nice about the tie wire. You can have one hand spinning it, pulling it in, the other hand can pull the rebar out, get a bend, push it right in, tuck it right in where you want it to go. So again, this is just how we're doing the rebar in this situation. Underneath here, we're going to be putting Visqueen plastic. Of course, we're going to go all the way out, way behind this area to protect this whole beautiful stamped poured deck. And it's going to get an acid wash, I understand it, to reveal some of this beautiful mottled stamping texture they've installed on that. So that's going to be really nice. But going to have a nice big step on the outside here, stone on the right, stone on the left, and then this interesting little step area. I like trying to make them not look like they're man-made, so we're going to be playing around with that to try and give it some angles and quirkiness here to get rid of that nice big curve. All the rest of the coping is going to be they're going to using poured in place templated, I guess wouldn't call them tiles, but they're sort of bricks, but they make a template around the whole coping in the sections, you know, whatever 24, 36 inch, I think probably 24-ish, 28 inch chunks, and they're going to be stones that are poured to match the exact template. So this whole pool has had, I don't know, 20, 30, 50, 100 of these poured in place, or poured in a manufacturer, in a manufacturing facility, based on either paper or some kind of a template that they create from this exact pool. So they're very custom in that regard. So they're going to be cutting that to fit this last part on these portions that are outside this area that we're doing our rebar supplemental here to this. So going to add more sticks. The bottom the top, really kind of create the spaces and the shapes that we want with our rebar. So just want to let you guys know, you know, you can add rebar, you can solve sort of design challenges that pop up, and make it work. Rebar is extremely versatile because it's simply made to fit whatever you want with your little old hands. So there you go. Just wanted to talk about this little supplemental to this job we're going to be doing here. All right, bye.